make the biggest car payment so far with me. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Dee. This is my cat Ozzy, Obi-Wan Cat
That cat has. Oh, look at that side eye from that cat. It's like she knows all the business. I can't believe my owner to tell her whole business on TikTok. Look at that face on that. Oh man. All right, sorry.
not in here right now, so he may join us later. And we are on a journey to pay off my car as quickly as possible so I can financially feel comfortable leaving the apartment where I endured abuse. No, my abuser is not still in this apartment. I'm very, very grateful I still have a roof over my
Turned real quick. I don't know it's gonna be like this.
head. I would just like to get out of here as quickly as possible, and I just can't afford to do that until I pay my car off. I gave myself until January 31st to pay this off as much as possible because that is when my lease is up. However, I have asked for an extended lease. Still not heard on that. But I've asked to extend it to June 30th, so we technically have until then, but I would like to see it paid off before my lease is up in January. This is the remaining balance on the car right here.
16,386 and 40 cents.
And we calculate how much we pay at a 16th of a cent because I updated it for you guys because that seemed more fair. And that's still technically within my budget. So let's talk about yesterday's video. Yesterday's video had 16,841 views, which equated to 128 new followers. Thank you for supporting the journey, and thank you for supporting me. I am very, very grateful that you're here. That video had 4,978 likes and 564 comments for a grand total of 5,470 engagements. At a 16th of a cent, that is $9. However, we did have some contributions to my Cash App, which these are never expected, truly because of you guys. Polar Express, The Grinch, Jim Carrey's version.
All right, let's look at the comments. Boost, who here is loving the new welcome to the Dairy Show? What's y'all's thoughts? I don't know what she's talking about. Favorite Christmas movie, Christmas Story, The Grinch. Oh, I'm assuming that's what she was talking. I had to go a little bit forward. It was just kind of dragging on for me. So anyway, it sounds like she's utilizing social media, TikTok, to make additional payments or advance her payment on the car. So good for her. I didn't know TikTok gave that much in terms of, I mean, it's not, relatively speaking, it's not a considerable amount, but at the end of the day, she's generating income from the social media and, you know, putting her business out there. So good for her. Good luck to her. Hopefully, she gets a lot more engagement and she'll generate more of a following, more of an income to get her goal ultimately of paying her debt down. So good luck to her.
I just bought a new car. I have a $380 car payment. Let's talk about it. Start this by saying I will never have a car payment over $450 probably. That will never be me. I think that car payments are such.
You know what I'm noticing now, in terms of vehicle financing or just the idea of getting a new vehicle is not about, at least from my perspective, it doesn't seem like it's about the car anymore. It's about how much can I make on a monthly payment, and then that will determine the type of car that I'll get. I don't know if it's just me. Comment down below if you feel the same way, but it seems like that's where the car buying, car financing, acquiring a car is leaning towards. At least on the videos that I'm seeing, that's kind of the common pattern that I'm noticing is just, all right, what's my monthly payment? What can I target as my monthly payment? How can I fit that into my budget? opposed to, okay, is this an economical car? Where am I at in my life? Am I going to need an SUV, or can I just do okay with a two-door, or maybe just a car in general, a sedan? Do I need a truck? Am I going to need it for my work? But I think it's a lot more geared towards, okay, what's my target, or what's my target monthly payment that I can sustainably make every month? I don't know if that's spurred on by strategies of the car dealership, or just as consumers, if that's kind of what it's led up to. So comment down below, let me know.
Such a waste of money. If you can afford the payment, doesn't mean you can afford the car. Now, this car is almost a brand new car. It's a 2024. It had 26,000 miles. Bought the
It's 26,000 miles. Yeah, that's not almost brand new. That's pretty used, in my opinion.
Mazda CX-90. I didn't buy it from a Mazda dealer. I wanted to be in a very affordable option of a car, but also have it feel very luxurious, which is exactly what I have. We had to have 3 rows. So here's what I did. Going in,
I mean, I see the car seat in the back, so I can I can agree with that. I have kids too. I got 3 kids, and we need the extra room. So it's 5 of us, including my wife, 3 kids. Is we couldn't get a sedan. We needed the room.
I had a pretty hefty down payment. I had an 848 credit score. I started
848 credit score. The highest is 850, I believe. I believe the highest is 850. So that's virtually perfect.
shopping rates on my own. I was able to get a local lender to match a rate. And so I ended up with like a 4% interest rate.
That is phenomenal. And when was this? Well, when was this posted? I'm assuming recently, but that's a phenomenal rate. Good for you.
They were going to roll the fees inside of the financing, and I was like, that's stupid. I'm not paying for like a licensing fee inside of my financings.
Smart. So unpack that a little bit. The the licensing, maybe what, depending on that car, less than 1,000 or whatever it is. If you roll that into your payment, and depending on your term, let's say 72 months, 84 months, or shorter, let's say a 5 year, 60 months, you're taking that, just to round it off, $1,000 licensing, all that fee, and amortizing it into 60 months. So that 1,000 almost doubles, triples in some instances. So very smart what she did, not finding or rolling that into the financing of her car.
I did like an $11,000 down payment. I negotiated the car down at like $30,000. The note is over 72 months. I know myself, this car will be paid off very, very quickly. Here's how I'll do it. I'll do a bi-weekly payment, which will be $200 coming out of every check, which over the course of a year, that's an extra $20 on top of an extra payment every year. My gut told me to go affordable, and that's exactly what I did. So that's how I did it. I hope that you enjoyed this.
Good for you. That is awesome. And, affordable is relative, right? It's relative to your situation, your income, your budgeting. For her, that is affordable. So good for her. Yeah, get that car paid off. An 800 credit score, like how? That's phenomenal. I agree. Mine's 350, but was 290 a few months before. Congrats, so happy for you. Well, you have 2 things I don't: an 848 credit score and a big down payment. Yeah. My car payment was 387 for 60 months. I paid it off in 18 months. So happy I got rid of that loan. Good for you, Skylar469. That's awesome. By how much did you negotiate the car for? That's what always gets me. 2K, 3K, please help. About 1,500. It's not easy. Closed mouths don't get fed. Especially, I've been in several dealerships purchasing our cars. And don't forget who has the buying power. You. You are the buyer. You have the power. If you don't like how the deal is going or the negotiation process is going. Just, is this the only dealership in town? If not, look elsewhere, look online. You have the ultimate say. You are the one that's ultimately going to sign for that vehicle. If you pay cash, you have a lot more buying power because it's their job to sell, but it's not your job to buy everything and anything that they put in front of you. So don't be intimidated. You have all the power as a buyer. You can just get up, walk away. I guarantee you they will probably chase you down. So don't ever forget that. Don't feel intimidated. And I try to go in with either my wife or somebody else with me, just so there's just somebody I can bounce either my emotion or my thought process or my strategy to, and it's always worked out well for us. So don't ever feel pressured into a situation because guess what? They do that day in, day out, every hour on the hour. Whereas for you, this transaction of purchasing a vehicle may be once in 5 years, once in 10 years, or if you like to switch around your cars, maybe every other year or every year. But for them, this is what they do day in and day out. So if you don't feel comfortable, get up, get up. Unless they have you shackled to the desk or the chair and force you. I mean, if that's the case, you better call 911. But if that is not the case, you have the power. Get up, walk away. If you don't like how it's going, move on.
You are one of the millions of Americans that have a car loan and you want to pay it off sooner without actually like paying extra money towards your car loan, you need to make your payment twice a month. And what I mean by twice a month is I pay half of my car loan every 2 weeks because at the end of the year, you will end up making an entirely extra payment that goes towards your car that is not going to go towards interest, it's going to go towards the principal because there's more weeks and so many months and whatever. Also, your car interest is charged daily. So if you are paying half of it sooner and then the other half, what you're going to actually get charged interest on is going to be less every single month. Not a lot of people do this. A lot of bankers and a lot of finance car loan people know about this because this is what they see and this is what they do themselves. You need to check with your bank and make sure that they allow this type of payment. Mine does. I have it set up auto where I can every 2 weeks have it set up where it just automatically sends half of my payment. This will get your car loan paid off so much faster. It can shave off years if you are diligent and good about it and set it up.
That's a good tactic. I like it. But the key point she's mentioned towards the end is check with your lender. Read the terms and agreement and condition that you're signing up for this loan. The loan is not with the dealer, right? The loan is with the lender. So it's a separate, it's totally separate, right? So make sure, you read up on it. Don't be afraid to take your time at the dealership. If you feel pressured by these folks to sign, get away so we can get you on your way on your new car and you can start driving it and going places and just, exploring your new vehicle, don't fall into that trap. Take your time when it comes to signing, when it comes to reading what you're signing up for. And if you're going into the dealership with financing that you've acquired on your own, great, because that gives you ample time to review before going into the dealership and negotiating and having to deal with them because you have your own financing, right? So before you even go into purchasing a vehicle, you can even ask your bank, hey, this is what you approved me for. If you don't want to read through everything, call customer service. Like, I just got approved for this amount. I want to know this, and this. And exactly what she pointed out, can I make additional payments during this term? And if they say yes, great. Follow her strategy, right? And this is dependent on your income and your ability to actually make the payments twice a month, right? It's nice to say, but if you can't budget that in your monthly day-to-day expenses, then it's probably not gonna work, right? You're gonna be putting yourself through a hard time, hating, dreading month after month because you're having to do it twice a month. So it all depends on your situation and your finances. But 100% make sure you concur with your lender if that is an option. Because if it is, I think that's a phenomenal option.
Tell us what you drive right now and what the payment is.
I'm in a Tesla Model Y. I think my payment's $450 a month.
What year is the Tesla?
2024. Just got it last year.
Nice whip. Big Tesla fan. Okay, so you got it last year. Was it used or new?
It was new. I lease it.
Oh, it's a lease at $450 a month.
I've not leased a vehicle. Have y'all ever leased a vehicle? I know the process. I know how it works, but I've not done that.
So at the end of this lease, what happens?
Probably going to get a new Tesla.
With payments?
Yeah.
What's the lease agreement?
It's 3 years, so 36 months. Afterwards, there's no option to renew the lease. It's just you give the car back and it
give
goes
it
into
back.
their fleet.
Okay, have you done the math on this?
I'm assuming that'll include servicing, maintenance. You just take it to the dealership, anything and everything happens to it. Just because it's a lease, it's still the dealership's, I guess, property, I guess, and they have to take care of it because when you return it back, they're ultimately going to want to resell it, right?
I think I did when I first got the car.
I kind of want to, can we do it live? This will be really fun for me. Okay, 450, 36 months. So you're paying $16,000 to basically rent the car from Tesla.
Yeah.
What kind of car do you drive?
A BMW 24.
Okay, you got a payment on it or is it paid for?
Payment
What's the payment?
$734.
Ooh,
I know.
that's up there. Do you know like the interest rate? How many years?
And the interest rate is like 3.99.
That's not bad. 3.99 interest rate compared to, I guess, today's market conditions. Today being December 2025.
Yeah, I have recently thought about selling it
Oh, really? When'd you get it?
a year ago.
Wow. When did like the regrets sit in? We're like, I got to get
I'm betting you it's all the maintenance issues for BMWs.
rid of this thing.
Within a few months, so I'm close to retirement and I'm not ready.
So you're like, okay, I could have used this money to invest and set myself up, but now it's setting me back.
Or pay off debt.
What's the other debt?
Credit card, I owe on my house. I think that's it.
Are you underwater on this car at this point?
Yeah.
What kind of car do you drive?
Typically, as soon as you drive off the lot, you got negative equity already. Typically, it's not 100%, but it loses value the moment you drive off that dealership or that dealership.
I drive a 2025 Ford Expedition.
That's going to be pricey.
That sounds expensive.
It is
Do
expensive.
you remember the total cost of this
It
car?
was $80,000.
Yikes. $80,000?
Did that feel like a good decision?
It does, because I paid cash for it.
What?
Wow. Flex.
Oh, okay.
I
That
paid cash and I
buried the lead. Were they confused at the dealership?
yes, and he actually was trying to convince me to make payments on it, and he said that it would be $2,100 a month for a car payment, and I said, "Who does that?" And he goes, "My car payment's $2,100," and I looked at my husband and I was like,
You just insulted the sales guy.
"Yeah, I did."
And then the finance office is like, you're not going to let her pay cash. She's not leaving here without a payment.
They absolutely were mad at
But they don't make money off of
They
cars.
don't.
They make money off of
No, they
financing.
don't.
Gotcha. And your little tricks, car salesman.
You know what? I'm not mad at it. If she has the ability to do so and it's better for her and her finances, 100%. If you can do that, do it. You don't have to worry about a car payment every month. You own it outright. And in her case, it was brand new too. So good on you. That is awesome. That's a lot though. $80,000. That's a lot for me. For me, again, it's all relative, right? Cost, but for me, that is a lot. All right, let's take a look at the comments. Leasing is the best. You don't need the depreciation, cheaper payments, zero maintenance. I have a 2005 Honda Civic, single time payment of $3,000. 2005 Honda Civic. When I was growing up, I'm a millennial. In the 90s, the Honda Civic was the car. Well, for how I was growing up. It was like the Fast and the Furious days when it first came out. Vin Diesel, Paul Walker. Everybody thought they were, Fast and Furious. But I bet it had a spoiler. I bet your Honda Civic had a spoiler. $80,000 for a Ford is wild. Not really. And I mean, it gets up there. I paid cash. Am I nuts? No, you're not nuts. Good for you. If you're able to do that, do it. My 2008 Corolla with 127,000 miles cost me $6,500 one time. I own it, no payments. People care too much about what everyone else thinks. Oh, I'm on target to retire at 50, by the way. Y'all enjoy those fancy car payments. Good for you, John Doe. That is awesome. So paying thousands a month to rent a house is acceptable, whereas giving like $450 a month for a car that you like is mockery, let alone that you lease. It's so not even $450 as it costs for your business. Plus you have insurance and service fully covered. Yeah, that's a good point. As long as everything else is covered, tires, insurance, etc., I don't see a problem to lease. $450 for a brand new Model Y is nothing. There you go. All right, we'll do one more and then we will end it for this episode.
I just had a lady come in the dealership. She wanted to trade her fairly new Range Rover Sport autobiography.
I don't know about Range Rover. I mean, I've heard they have so many maintenance just problems in general. That's just my personal opinion on Rovers.
And I asked her why she wanted to trade it because it was so new. And she was like, I need to lower my payments. And I asked her, how long have you had it? And she said, I've had it for about a year and a half. I said, okay. And what kind of car are you hoping to get into? She said, I want to look at a GLE 53 coupe. I said, you're not going to lower your payments on a GLE 53 coupe. Oh, how much are they? Oh, new, they start at around $100. And she
$100,000. $100,000 for a carriage and four wheels. Well, good for you. If you can do that, good for you.
was like, oh, well, I'm looking for a pre-owned one. I said, okay. I said, a pre-owned Mercedes GLE coupe is in more demand than a new one. And the least expensive one, current body style, 21 or newer, is going to be around the low 60s. How much are you trying to lower your payment? I need to get my payments around 800.
You see what I'm saying? Earlier in the earlier for this video, I feel like that's the culture. It's all about just the payment.
Well, you barking up the wrong tree, sister. You need to be looking at a C-Class. And, you know, she looked kind of devastated, like, clutching her pearls. Like, you know, this is the deal. You built your life on the most money a month you made as opposed to the least amount. Now, that straight commission real estate job, the bottom done fell out of it. But your bills didn't go down when your finances went.
Your lifestyle stayed the same, but your income dropped
down, right? So you're gonna have to swallow your pride, or, you know, if your image means that much to you, then suck it up and pay the $1,800 a month you paying now. But trying to uphold the image while having sleepless nights because you can't pay your bill, that don't make no sense. Baby, I'd be driving whatever could get me out of it and get my payments lowered, is what I would be doing. The problem is people think cars make them. You make the cars, people.
I like that. I like her. Stacy B. Nate Allen. I like you. That is some good truth right there. All right, let's take a look at the comments here. I can afford an $800 car note. I currently drive a Chevy 2009, no payments, and everybody think I'm poor. Mind you, I just paid my house off. Whoa, look at you, Autumn. Nice job. Congratulations. I make almost $6,000 a month and still cringe making my $357.66 payment. Car payment. People be tripping. Shake my head. Anything more than $550 is criminal. That's a good note for a Range Rover. My mom taught me this. You buy a car you can afford. When it's paid off, you keep making the same payments to your savings account. You drive that car until your savings has enough to pay cash for the next car. I haven't had a car payment since I was in my 20s, and now I'm in my 60s. Wow. That's a cool strategy. I like that. Man. I make over $200,000. I was proudly driving my 2001 Honda Civic up until a year ago when it finally died. Almost 400,000 miles on it. That is awesome. Doesn't care about the quote unquote image or what other people think about him or her. Drove that till literally the wheels fell off. So that's what I'm talking about. And I think there's a shift. I think there is a shift in the culture to where people are realizing, what's really important to me. Is it the perception I'm giving out, or is it my reality of what I'm living now? Am I comfortable? Am I safe? Am I in a position that I'm in, regardless of how my peer, family, whoever is doing? I think there is a cultural shift that's happening to where people are realizing, hey, how am I doing? I'm not worried about scrolling, and seeing how other people are doing, but I'm going to check in on myself and see how I'm doing financially. Am I able to comfortably go to a restaurant once a month without worrying about a tab and just do that? Am I comfortable making what I'm making now to be able to live my current lifestyle, not for others, but for me? I truly believe there's a shift happening to where a lot more folks are realizing, you know what? Good for you, but that's not for me. And this is my current situation, and this is my goals. It doesn't align with yours, but you know what? Who cares? I got to worry about me for right now. So, well, I'm going to end it there. But if you found any value in this video, consider subscribing. Thank you for your attention. We'll see you on the next video.